Welcome to Bible Time Videos. I'm with the one, the only, the man who wears a mohawk better than anyone else and has one of the kindest hearts I know, Colton Dixon.
What's up, bro?
Hey, man. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too, bro.
For those of you who may be new to these Bible Time videos, this guy here let all my wildest dreams come true doing music. And gone in a different direction that the Lord's led me, but
We hate you for it.
friends forever,
Just kidding.
man.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
It was an incredible ride, and doing these Bible Time videos now and trying to get other people's wisdom and input on just the life that we're trying to find in God's leading. I've been focusing on what is ministry. And one of the struggles that I shared with you, we were talking like last week, was I easily got caught up with lights and numbers of people, and that was kind of the marker for what ministry is. But just through the stories of so many other people and things we encountered, it can just be something as simple as talking to someone at the grocery store.
Yeah. You've
experienced things on literally an international platform. So go ahead and tell us a bit about how ministry is in your eyes now. They've been on both sides of a very humble beginning doing music where it was just all for the Lord, and then taking that on a multi-million person platform, and it was still directed to God.
Ministry is pretty easy as far as definition. I mean, I think it's about going out of your comfort zone to put someone before yourself. But as far as what I've been able to do versus what someone else has been able to do, it really just comes down to being content with where you are. It's like before the American Idol thing, even when we met or whatever, it's like we were doing this band thing, and man, I was missing out on so many opportunities because I was always looking on the other side of the fence where it may have looked greener, or looking at different bands, and be like, man, how are they getting these gigs or whatever, and man, I missed a lot of opportunities. God had placed certain people in front of me that He wanted me to work on, that I may have missed the opportunity to be that person, to plant a seed. So I want to encourage anybody watching, whether you're wanting to do music ministry or not, don't miss out on those opportunities, because every opportunity you have is important. Man, all it takes is one act of kindness to change a person's life. So don't forget that. But yeah, I mean, and how that kind of comes full circle to now. I have had some really cool opportunities with Idol and getting to play some bigger shows than I did before Idol and stuff like that. But really what it boils down to is being content, whether you pack out an arena or you show up at a church and there are 5 people there. Your goal and your mission cannot be shaken. It can't. You have to remember that even if only one person, even if no one comes to know the Lord, you have to be okay with that. And that can be rough sometimes, and not that we get a tally sheet at the end of the night saying, oh, this many people were encouraged or whatever, but still, you gotta do what the Lord's asked you to do, and even if He doesn't show you the outcome, you have to be content with it.
Yeah, I think that's something that took me a long time to realize is we won't even see the effect we always have.
Yeah.
We're on Third Day's tour.
Yeah. And
Nigel, the tour pastor, we brought this up in other videos, but he said something, or it's Mac Powell, it's just a prayer that we're equipping other people to go out and have the impact. It's not them coming to us.
Right.
And I think that's where we have to look at ministry through God's eyes. Because we can get so caught up in the effect, because we can only see what's in front of us.
Yep.
But
exactly right.
When we were realizing that even though people were coming to a concert to be in community and unified, it was to be in unison and then send it out.
Right.
And that's for God's glory. That's why I think we can't underestimate that one act of kindness that you do for someone.
Yeah. But that's where the real ministry happens.
That's why I love that word, dude.
That's why it's important to not only get on stage and just get your worship on and try and equip people there, but the one-on-one time that you have, even if it's just 5 seconds, just getting to say hello and smile at somebody. Like, that may be the only smile they've gotten that day, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what would you say ministry is?
Man.
Put you on the spot.
You are. Through it all. And Colton, he's doing this for you guys even though he's super sick.
Not contagiously sick, no.
Yeah, I just got infected. Ministry. For me, following the Spirit and meeting whatever needs in front of us. That He, of course, I mean, you can't accomplish everything like solving world hunger necessarily. But if they're seeing a need and you feel the leading of the Spirit, it's just to go with that, you know? It's just being open.
Yeah.
Being open to God's Spirit coming alive in you.
Yeah, I mean, I think when I look at Jesus' ministry when he was here on earth, I mean, he was the epitome of love, and what that looks like. It's like the prostitute whenever the people were going to stone her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's almost like he kind of intercedes every time in those types of stories. You know what I'm saying? Like, he kind of comes between them and tells them, it's like, all right, you without sin cast the first stone. And what he was doing was he was putting her above him and kind of interceding for her. And to me, that was a beautiful picture of ministry. Like, you can preach to somebody all you want to. You can tell somebody they're going to hell all you want to. It's not going to do anything. It's actually going to force them running the other way. I get really angry with churches that do that. But it's about showing people, one, that you love them and care about them, but then trying to show them by the way you live that there's a God that loves them more than anyone else could. That's the most beautiful part about what this is. You know, you say ministry is about equipping people to share the gospel. What is the gospel? It's not the religion. I don't even want to use the word religion. It's not what this is. Mm-hmm. It's a relationship, and I know we've all heard that, but man, it's like when you address God, like, sure, you want to be respectful, but it's like when you're in worship and you know you've done something wrong or you've fallen into temptation somewhere or whatever. It's like, imagine when you were little and you fell down and scraped your knee. Like, did you look up at your dad and say, Father? Like, you didn't. You were screaming, Dad,
yeah.
Dad, Mom, maybe Daddy, Mom, and that is what your relationship needs to look like. Like, when we fall, we don't need to act like he doesn't know, you know. And I'm kind of going every which way on this right now.
No, it is like so simple.
It is. It's so simple, and we I think overcomplicate it sometimes. But it's just the beauty of how God loves us. When it comes to ministry, I think it speaks so much louder than words when you can just show somebody what God's love looks like versus trying to preach it down their throats. So at least that's something that I've experienced going through the whole idol thing, because there are a lot of people not wanting to hear anything about God or Jesus on that show. So instead of trying to be preachy, you gotta act different.